Came on top in the building again. My we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battleship. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battleship.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Keenum to throw. Open man, and that's is tight end Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the pitch to Freeman. Able to avoid it at the 40. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jarek McKinnon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Todd Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. In lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
White. 21. Hey, come on.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Garoppolo got his target, Pierre Garçon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Like 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Keenum to throw on second down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. On third down, it's Freeman. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Off play action, Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Keenum. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on third down, Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Keenum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. A dump down to McKinnon. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, gun. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Here we go. By 20.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Black 80! 180!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Black 80!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Is able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They toss to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Keenum on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Let's go, let's go.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Caught left side, Garcon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
What do you need? What do you need? 65.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Going deep here for Taylor. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toss play to McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third and 2 more. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
21. 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
6, 13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Slips past him.
Way to go. When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time. And what's going to run? Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
White. Here we go.
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up the... Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's Freeman, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Keenum. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play. A turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Keenum. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
21, 21. By 20. 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle to Garcon. And shoving his way inside the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon. He's got him. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked on by DJ Reed. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
21. Here we go. Like 20. 21.
Now McKinnon. And an alley to run. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
One, Omaha. Like 20.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey. 4 down. Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop.